Hey guys! Okay, so here is my course reflection. So I will start answering question number 4 for you. So, what experiences stood out for me and why? I would say going on the field trips on Fridays really stood out for me. I really enjoyed spending the time with our class and kind of our phys ed group in different settings, because typically in a classroom everybody just has their cliques or their own friends already, and you don't really get to know people the same way. So it's really nice to get to know people and spend the day with them, and yeah, really just make friendships that are new and in a different setting. And I really enjoyed also getting to know you guys a bit more in different settings. And yeah, I really liked going to Stephen's farm and seeing really where they live and how their daily life looks like, and yeah, the community there, and their relationship with the people who own the land that they live on. And yeah, and it was nice meeting their son, and he was really cute and showed us all around. And yeah, I also really enjoyed 5 Acre Farm, because it felt like we were making a difference to help save and protect it, and to get to know the people who are really involved there. And I really enjoyed meeting Willow and seeing her farm and what she's been doing over there. Okay, what did I learn about myself from this experience? Well, I've been going through a lot recently, and I realized that I can't do as much as I normally would do or would like to do, and that's okay, and that it's okay to do things at my own pace and not feel pressured like I have to be as good as everyone else or keep up to everyone else, and that it's okay working at a slower pace, and to not take on so much, which is really hard for me to do, because I'd like to be normally super busy and to take everything on and whatever. And yeah, I just learned to be okay with where I'm at, I guess. But okay, so what did I learn about or from others? I learned a lot about different people in our program, and learned a lot of where they come from and who they are and what they do. And I really actually enjoyed commuting out to the farmship every day with people. I built a better relationship with Susie. I was already friends with her, but if you spend, that's an hour driving each way every day, you definitely get to know people more and learn from them and their experiences. And yeah, I learned a lot from different people who've had different experiences with farming. And I really enjoyed actually Jocelyn joining us for the week, because she has a lot of experience and wisdom in gardening and farming. And yeah, it was nice getting to know various people, and it was nice actually having the wide range of ages in this course, that you have Donna, and I'm having a mind blank, what's the other lady's name? Yeah, nope, it's not coming to me. I have a concussion, so I'm going to use that as an excuse. I cannot think of her name at all right now, but I really enjoyed getting to know her. Why can't I think of her name? And yeah, there's really young people in our program, and moms, and you know what I mean, all sorts of different ages and people. I also learned a lot from Chris Brown and all the different farmers, and to be how it can be a reasonable part of your life and very attainable, and that you can actually make a decent amount of money by just growing a few things in your backyard, or actually like working on different farms all the time, or even as a part-time job where it's very reasonable to just volunteer and get lots of free food. So yeah, I learned more, I guess, resources from them and how to get connected, and yeah, just that kind of stuff. But okay, so what did the farm, the land, and the plants teach you? I guess I don't really feel like I had any like really big new revelations, but I don't know, just to be still like calm and in the moment, and kind of gentle, and yeah, just at peace. But I've had lots of experience being in nature and working on farms and having that experience before. But I guess I learned, or going back to the question before, I learned a lot more about specific weeds and specific plants that maybe I didn't know before. So how do you see this life, how do you see this experience impacting your life going forward? I definitely think that I will, once I have a place of my own that I can grow more things, I will definitely grow my own food more, and I probably will do it in those pot gardens because it's easier than having to weed out all certain grasses and stuff. But I definitely want to grow more of my own food, and I didn't know about the box program, so I definitely would like to get involved with buying that. And yeah, I probably will volunteer at the farms in the future, and I definitely want to be involved in protecting the 5-acre farm because I think it's a key piece of land to teach schools and to teach people, and also it's a part of Nanaimo's history, and we're kind of losing, even along Jungle Pot and everything, like it used to be way more farmland, and we're kind of losing all of our land. There's not very much available yet, or even like in the Lanceful foothills, all of it's getting developed, and like those farms are key parts of, yeah, our history, and it's also really key for like bee species and migratory species and birds and lots of things. And also like with houses, there's more things going into our rivers and blah blah blah. So yeah, I definitely want to be involved in protecting that. What did you know, or what do you know now that you didn't 2 weeks ago? I think I kind of already answered that question, but I also know how to identify carrot sprouts versus cilantro versus grass, which I still don't feel super confident in because they're really, really hard to tell apart. But yeah, and I found one thing really interesting that Willow pointed out with all those seeds is that the little tiny sprouts that were coming up, like she said, all the energy that requires them to get to that stage comes from the seed, and then everything else from that point on comes from the sun and like the nutrients in the ground, which I found really interesting, that like there's so much power and so much energy just in those little tiny seeds, which I kind of already knew, but it just was really impactful. And I know a lot about Doc. I didn't really know that much before. That's one thing I really learned, and almost wish I didn't learn. And I know, yeah, lots about various people in our program that I didn't know before. What else did I learn? Maybe some different farming tools that I hadn't used before. Like, or I really liked the how to use the hand flipping tiller. I forget what it's called, but that was really, I really enjoyed doing it actually, and it was I found it fairly easy, and it was nice. Oh, I learned a lot from Steven about, like, I already knew a bit about the mycelium and the mycelium networks and like kind of the similarities to the brain, but I learned more from him, and yeah, just lots about permaculture. And I knew a bit about permaculture before, but it was like really interesting to see in a smaller scale, like it really put into action. And yeah, okay, so what can you do now that you couldn't 2 weeks ago? Yeah, as I said, I've worked quite a bit on farms in the past, so wasn't really too many new skills that I haven't done before, other than maybe identifying dock. That's definitely one thing that I can do now that I couldn't 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I don't know. What do you believe now that you didn't 2 weeks ago? I guess one thing I learned, there's like certain people in the program who just seemed kind of like dumb jocks. They didn't really have much to them, and I guess that they have a lot more deepness to them and like more to them than they present themselves as. And so I don't know, to give people, I give most people like lots of chances and stuff, but I don't know, to really like, yeah, make the effort to get to know certain people deeper and just learn from their experiences, and that sometimes they don't show that side of them because they're afraid or whatever. And yeah, so just to learn more about everybody, and yeah, also going back to what I said before, but to believe that it's okay to not feel like I have to do everything, or to like learn to say no and to pace myself, and because that's better than burning out. And I definitely burnt out during this course a few times, and yeah, I really just need to learn to go at my own pace, not the pace of everybody else. But what could you teach others that you couldn't 2 weeks ago? To identify dock and to get rid of it. And yeah, that's probably the main thing. And maybe how to work with a large group of people and organize them into specific like farming groups, and or like work groups, and how to get a lot done in a very short period of time. And yeah, so I just really wanted to share, like, I think this course was yeah, a great example of how to build a community and how to be connected to each other and to the land and to different people of all walks of life. And yeah, I just really appreciated the connectedness we all experienced. And yeah, I definitely now have a lot more to talk to about with certain people in the program, and there's relationships that are built. And yeah, it was just a really good week, and I thank you guys for putting so much passion and energy and time into planning this and organizing this, and really considering how it's going to impact our lives and the community's lives and the environment and everything. And I just really enjoyed it. But anyways, thank you, and I will see you guys in the fall.